You are sitting on a couch, surrounded by friends holding half-empty drinks. Suddenly, the room erupts into deafening screams because a man on a glowing screen caught a leather ball. You flinch slightly at the abrupt noise, staring blankly at the bowl of guacamole, feeling a cold wave of profound alienation wash over you. You wonder if you were born missing some crucial piece of human hardware. Listen to me. You aren't broken, and you certainly aren't soulless. You are just running a completely different operating system. Welcome to case file number 404, the Sports Blind Observer. Society is quick to label this trait. People call you boring, unpatriotic, or a buzzkill who doesn't know how to participate in normal fun. Let's definitively cross-examine that myth right now. This indifference is not a personality flaw. It is a highly evolved mechanism of psychological adaptation. While others use the vicarious thrill of sports to regulate their nervous systems and feel a sense of belonging, your brain simply doesn't require proxy battles to synthesize dopamine. Your neurology efficiently filters out tribal combat simulations as low-priority data. But here is the real plot twist that most people miss. Let's examine the evidence of what is actually happening in your neural pathways. The dopamine bypass. Sports fans rely heavily on a psychological phenomenon known as BIRGing, Basking in Reflected Glory, hijacking the achievements of strangers to boost their own mood. Your brain, however, operates like a self-sustaining server room rather than a noisy stadium. You generate your neurochemical rewards through internal intellectual pursuits, not by outsourcing your joy to an external scoreboard. The tribal override. From an evolutionary standpoint, cheering for a local team is a safe, sanitized way to experience ancient tribal warfare. You simply lack the psychological appetite for simulated conflict, meaning your mind conserves that energy for tangible real-world creation rather than spectator survival. The empathy filter. When you watch a game, you don't perceive a dramatic us versus them narrative. You see highly paid professionals risking chronic injuries for corporate entertainment, as your analytical mind overrides the primal herd instinct and refuses to let artificial geographic borders dictate your emotional state. If this is starting to make sense, keep your eyes on the psychological toll, because what comes next might feel like looking directly into a mirror. There's a quiet, heavy exhaustion that comes with constantly having to mask your indifference. You nod along to Monday morning water cooler interrogations about the big game, burning precious cognitive energy trying to translate a cultural language you don't speak. You deal with the hypervigilance of pretending to care just to keep the peace, constantly scanning the room to mimic the correct reactions. It is incredibly lonely to be the only quiet one in a roaring room. It feels like standing outside a thick glass wall, watching everyone else share a universal, intoxicating drug that does absolutely nothing for you. But let's flip the board and look at your superpower. Consider this piece of hard forensic evidence. Psychological studies on sports fandom show that highly identified fans experience literal, measurable drops in self-esteem and even testosterone when their team loses. Your mind naturally protects you from this outsourced emotional volatility. Your detachment isn't a deficit, it's a profound form of cognitive independence. You are naturally immune to mob mentality. Your passions and interests are deeply authentic, cultivated by your own curiosity rather than inherited by sheer geographic coincidence or peer pressure. The profile of the independent mind is complete, but the investigation into your inner world is just beginning. Subscribe, and let's keep analyzing the evidence together.